Hello there, could you introduce yourself and tell us what you do for a living?
My name is Suminder and I'm an LSA artist, but I also work at the Pump Rooms Art Gallery. I do work as a gallery assistant, but also do events and also make art in my spare time.
And could you tell us about your piece that's here today? What inspired it?
Well, the piece basically is inspired from relationships, because I was in sort of 13 years marriage, which sort of broke down, and the inspiration came from that. It's called Downward Spiral, and basically signifies how once the relationships hit the downward spiral and it sort of goes down. The rows, there are 13 rows, that signifies 13 years of my marriage, so it is a very biographical piece. And it's made of mirror at the base, and then the springs are from a mattress.
Yeah.
And I've taken all the springs out and wrapped them up in a thread. So it's taken me about 6 months to make the whole piece. And the top is thick perspex, so it's sort of the weight of the perspex holds the springs. There's nothing sort of attaching the springs to the mirror. But it's sort of, in my culture, relationships, sort of marriages for life, and it's all outward. People see that marriage is perfect and everything, but they don't know what's going on inside. And this bed signifies that it's all beautiful to look at, but it's very delicate and the relationship's not working. So it's all very biographical. Yeah.
Is a lot of your work autobiographical, or do you have a particular inspiration?
My basic inspiration is from my Indian background, because the main theme of all my work is colour. And I sort of take strong colours from my Indian background, and hence my use of threads. And that's why all the springs are wrapped in thread. And I've got another work which is sort of, I've used thread in, I've done installation. So that's basically from my Indian background.
What's your next project?
I am working on, I'm a painter as well, and I'm working on 2 future commissions. But, well, I keep on working with threads alongside, because that's my main kind of love and interest, so along with the commissions.
Okay. Final question, do you have any advice for upcoming artists?
Well, I think you should just go with what your heart says. You know, basically what I see is that I don't make my work in order to sell it. I think it has to come from within you, and then do what you like. And then if in future it sort of becomes popular or people buy it, that's great. But main thing is that, you know, use your inspiration and just keep going. Working, so.
Okay, thank you very much. Best of luck in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's our big
The artist Stephen King is camera shy. He prefers to speak purely through his work. But in the words of Brian Watkins, his collaborator, drawing acts as a means to translate a thought into a tangible idea. Through conversations with Stephen, you immediately understand that he jumps from one idea to the next, and sometimes back again. It gets quite confusing. But in his drawing, you instantly understand where the thought process is leading, and equally, where it has been. It is refreshing. One feels he will always find new ways of communicating his ideas. Stephen's drawings offer something from the classical traditions to the comical invention and much in between. The relationships of these sometimes disparate images are, to my mind, a response of the artist evaluating and re-evaluating both subjects, from the particular to the universal, and the variety of mark-making with different media. There is almost a disciplined stubbornness to refuse that sometimes some things won't connect, and a willingness to exhibit each attempt, leaving the artist's inquiries for the viewer to see. The aesthetic devices may subtly echo the nature of contemporary life or the value of spontaneity, just as those clinical white spaces reference the modernist deliverance from detail. This work is a document, organising a world as it evolves, and has a lateral association and a linear sense of progression. Stephen has always expressed the importance of drawing in his practice, the age-old, probably first, form of communication, which offers an openness and freedom of approach. What I admire in this work is the honest and humble lack of finality, not in the individual pieces, but in a body of work that is constantly evolving, that answers some questions but asks more. This is the process of the artist at work, in which development is held in the highest regard.
Okay.